Y'all wanted it, y'all got it. This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we are here for my review of episodes 1 and 2 of The Real Housewives of Dubai. Let's get into it. What's going on, y'all? Okay, I'm trying to make sure my no, hold on, you guys. Let me make sure my camera is right. Okay, there you go. There we go. All right, you guys, what's going on? This be your boy Scotty by Nature TV, and we're here for a review of The Real Housewives of Dubai, episodes 1 and 2, and this is the very first season of Real Housewives of Dubai. Yes, indeed. Okay. Now, I was gonna do a yes for the mess today, but I have been busy today. I've been trying to get the rest of my stuff for this trip because I'm actually filming this literally an hour before I leave. So I had to get the rest of my stuff for this trip because I've worked 9 days back to back. So I haven't had time. I had to get the rest of my stuff. I had to get my brother's stuff because he's also going to New York. And I had to go to my friend's mom's wake today. And it was storming. So I was very limited to the things that I could do today. So I had to wait till later to do this video. So I'm gonna try to do this yes for the mess about Letitia and Mel a little bit later on tonight once I get settled and stuff like that. It may not be tonight, it might be tomorrow when I do it. Whatever. So we gonna see because like I said, I got my laptop. I just bought myself a laptop and everything. So I'm gonna still be able to do some content. I just got to figure out how I'm gonna do it. But I got my laptop, so we still gonna get some content all this week. Trust me. So also with that being said, let me let you guys know about what's to come. Okay. Now, if you haven't noticed, I just uploaded it last night. This Sunday will be Who Was Wrong featuring Bundy Blue, okay? And we will be talking about the beef between Letitia and Mel on this episode of Who Was Wrong. It's already uploaded. It will be premiering on Sunday afternoon around 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 12 o'clock Central Time. That's 1 Eastern, 12 Central. So be on the lookout for that. Is already uploaded, as well as the one for the Sunday after that one with Aaron. That's also uploaded as well because I knew I wasn't gonna be home to upload that one. So I decided to upload the last two episodes and have them set and everything else. So yes, be on the lookout for Bundy Blue. She will be on here this coming up Sunday at 1 noon Central. Okay. Also, be on the lookout for the Whether You Like It or Not panel. It will be airing Tuesday. And this would normally be the week that I would be hosting, but I won't be because I'll be out of town. So Terrence will be hosting it in my place. And then the next week, I'll be hosting it in his place. So we basically switch weeks this week. And Reggie will be sitting in my place on the panel because I won't even be there at all. So be on the lookout for that. And also this Wednesday for Roasted Review, Terrence will be hosting it. I won't be there. So it'll be Terrence and JoJo talking about Love and Marriage Huntsville. So be on the lookout for all that, all that, all that. So let's get into today's review, which is the Real Housewives of Dubai. Okay, so let me go over here and get into my notes real fast. Okay, so we meet Chanel Ayan, and she looks like the supermodel Iman, cause that's what I thought it was when I first saw it. Hold on, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to make sure. Okay. That's who I thought it was when I first saw her. Because I'm like, what the fuck is Iman doing on there in Real Housewives of Dubai? I didn't know she stayed in fucking Dubai. But Chanel Iman looks just like Dubai. Not Dubai. She looks just like Iman. She's doing a photo shoot. She's the first black supermodel in Dubai. And she's been here for 18 years. And I think she's from Kenya. That's where she's from. She's originally from Kenya and stuff like that. So, I was just like, okay, girl, you cute. You giving it, girl. You giving it, girl. Okay. Yeah, Ayan is beautiful. She's a beautiful woman. And it's good to see like a black supermodel in Dubai. But one thing I want to say is all these black girls got these white men. I was just like, y'all can't find no black men. I'm not saying that you can't be with no white man or nothing like that. I ain't saying that there's something wrong with interracial dating. That was just my question. Why are you black girls with all these white dudes and stuff? Like, y'all couldn't find find no rich ass black dudes in Dubai, nothing like that. But okay, whatever, floats your boat. Okay, whatever. Okay, so she got this very close knit relationship with her son. And to be honest, when I saw her with her son, it kind of reminded me of my relationship with my mom because I have a very close relationship with my mother. So I was just like, yeah, girl, I know what you mean. I know what you're talking about because I got that same relationship with my mama. I don't play by my mama. My mom is like my best friend. I love my mama. I'd do anything in the world for my mama. That's why I'm still here because of my mama, period. Okay. I know I'm a mama's boy to the death. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. I'm most definitely a mama's boy. And that they was playing this little game, this little hand game that was originated in Kenya. That was the game that Ayan used to play with her sisters and her friends and stuff like that. So it was nice. It was a nice introduction. So we meet Caroline. Okay, apparently this chick was on the Bravo show Ladies of London, a show that I've never watched a day in my life. I'm just going by the things that I've seen online, and the people online say that she was on Ladies of London and shit like that. That's what was said. Okay, that's what was said. So as we get into Caroline, her dog and peed in the bed, and she's still sitting in the bed. And then she tell her husband, her handsome young fiance Sergio, that the dog been pissed in the bed. But then he get in the bed with her with the piss in the bed. And I'm just really confused by that because I'm like, okay, you talking about the dog been pissed in the bed, but you still sitting in this pissy ass bed. Where they do that at? Why they do that? I'm trying to understand you, baby girl, because that did not look good at all. That looked nasty and creepy as fuck. Why are you in the bed with a pissy ass dog and the piss is still in the bed? Never seen nothing like that a day in my life. Never seen nothing like that a day in my life. Like, period. Never seen nothing like that a day in my life. Okay? Never seen nothing like that. Period. Okay? But they were sitting there just talking, and then I guess Nina came in, so we meet Nina, and then they were just discussing their relationship. And it seems to me like Caroline had a lot of negative things to say about Nina. She was saying how boring she was and the whole nine, and Nina was saying all this stuff about her, and I'm just like, Caroline seems like a complete bitch. Okay, a complete bitch, honey, period, point blank. So let's see. Caroline and Nina, they start discussing her wedding to Sergio. Caroline been married before, but she get married this young ass dude. And she just, she really don't care about the wedding. Sergio's the one who really cares about the wedding because this is really his first wedding. But she really don't give a damn because it ain't her first rodeo. So she don't give a fuck about no wedding. She just want to get married and get it over with. And I ain't never been married, and I don't blame her, to be honest. I ain't never been married, and I definitely don't blame her. Whenever I get married to anybody, whoever that lucky man might be, I don't want no big ass wedding. I always say that. So we meet Lisa Milan, and for those of you who used to watch College Hill, that is Milan from College Hill, the one that beat that girl up with the messed up weave. Yeah, her. She, the one that big gay queen he had cussed her out on that boat because she asked him was he gay, and he got fucking upset because she asked him that and all of that other stuff. So yes, that's the same one. And she still looked the same way. She's very beautiful. My thing is she's spending $1,200 for ice to cool her pool down. I ain't never heard of no shit like that. But when you got money, you can do shit like that. She also got she got a British man. She got 3 children. She met her husband in Miami a couple of years back. They moved to Dubai. And then she runs a fashion empire, which I'm not surprised. She looked like the type that would. And she seems to be living her best life out there in Dubai. Okay, so shout out to Milan. It's gonna be hard because these girls on the show call her Lisa, but I know her ass as Milan, and I feel like that's what the fuck I'm gonna be calling her, Milan. Period. That's what it seems like I'm gonna be calling her ass. So we get into Brooks. Okay. Now, Brooks is also a black woman. She's been in Dubai for 12 years. She met her ex-husband a couple of years ago. She let him have everything. She also had a white man as an ex-husband. I'm telling y'all, these girls do not like black men, okay? She got 2 homes, and then she plans to open up a spa. So Milan and Ion, they get together, And apparently they're best friends. They've known each other for 7 years, so they're besties at this point. Like they ride for each other. They're talking about Caroline's wedding, and I don't think they really see it for Caroline's choice of a man in this wedding and anything like that. I don't think they see it for it. That's what I feel like. That's what I got from the conversation. So Caroline is having like this hen party, and Ayan isn't even invited to it, and they just sitting up there talking about it. And Ayan don't know why she's not invited. But then Brooks calls Milan, and Milan puts Brooks on speaker, and she called to be messy to tell Milan that Ayan is not invited to the party. And I felt like Milan was just being messy, because my thing about the situation is, even though Ayan's sitting at the table, why you just didn't tell Brooks that you're on speakerphone? I'm sitting here with Ayan having dinner. That's all you could have said. But instead, you sat there and you let that girl sit there and talk shit, and you let Ion hear it. That's that fake messy shit. You started off on the wrong foot. Okay, that's some fake messy ass shit. You know what I'm saying? But Ion didn't give a damn. You know what I mean? So I guess that's all. So the hen party comes. Brooks and Milan comes in. And Milan says that she's cool with both Brooks and Ion. She's good friends with both of them, but at the end of the day, she will always be Team Chanel Ion. I hate that. I hate that, because if you friends with both of them, what's the point of picking a team? That's how I feel. I don't pick teams. I mean, if I'm friends with both of y'all, if I'm cool with both of y'all, what the fuck I look like picking a side? I'm not picking sides and shit, especially in a situation that ain't got a goddamn thing to do with me. I stay the fuck out of shit. If I'm cool with two folks and they into it and they don't like each other, or they got this Ike and Tina relationship, I stay out of it. It really ain't got a damn thing to do with me. So why the fuck would I even be a part of the situation? Like, that's how I feel. Like, I ain't finna get involved in it. What the fuck I look like? I'm not getting in it. For what? What am I getting in it for? That's the part I'm trying to understand. But that's what she do. So Brooke says that Ion isn't speaking to her and all that other stuff. She tells Milan that, and then they enjoy themselves at the hen party. So Nina has a dinner, and then they're all coming in hugging each other. You can already tell there's bad energy between Ion and Carolyn and Caroline and stuff like that. So then they start discussing the hen party. Everybody talking about how much of a good time they had, knowing that Ion wasn't there. So Ion was like, listen, I don't give a fuck about this. Like, can we move on to something else? Like, I don't want to talk about this. And then everybody was saying, but we're just talking about the party. And Ion said, well, I'm not there, so why the fuck are we talking about something that I wasn't there for? Like, can we have a conversation that I can chime in on? Like, why are we talking about something that I wasn't there for? You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I'm not trying to sound self-centered or anything like that, but I wouldn't want to discuss it either. Like, bitch, I wasn't there. You didn't invite me, and you sitting right here next to me, so I ain't got nothing to say about this party. All y'all talking about how nice the party was and how good it was and all this other stuff, and I can't tell you shit because I wasn't fucking there. So therefore, I don't want to talk about this goddamn party. That's how I would have felt too. I ain't even gonna lie. That's how I would have felt. Period. Okay, I ain't gonna lie, but I wouldn't have been as rude about it. And Brooks. Ion said, and Brooks told me that you said that you had the people that's important to you. And then it's just like, she was like, I never said that. And Brooke said, I was making a joke. I said that maybe she had the people that is important to her and all of this other stuff. And then, Caroline and Ian had this argument back and forth. Like, Caroline said that she don't want to know Ian. She don't care to know Ian. Ian said, you don't even know me. Well, and I don't want to know you. I don't want to know you. I don't care about you and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, okay, girl. So then after that, we go into, and then Ion calls out Brooks for being fake, being messy, all of that other stuff. So now we're going to the next episode, which was the episode that came on Wednesday. Sarah calls her father, and Sarah was like, I think the religion that she's in, or the religion that her husband is in, they promote toxic masculinity, and they don't allow their sons to do certain things or let them be involved in certain things. And she's just not that type of parent. And I'm glad that she's promoting non-toxic masculinity, because these men can be very toxic with their masculinity, and they think that everything is about being masculine. And they get mad when you pick up a spatula or something. They get all up in their feelings and shit. Like, they do too much. So I'm glad she's doing that. But they call her father. Her son told her father that he cooked the cake and he said he want to see it for himself. So Brooks and Milan, they meet up for drinks. They're having a mommy night out. They start talking about the kids and how they're glad that distant learning is over with because Milan says she sucks at distant learning. And I'm glad that my brother is not in school no more. I'm glad that he is 21. Oh, my brother turns 22 tomorrow. Shout out to my little brother. But yeah, my brother is 21 and he don't have to deal with that. I'm glad that he was out of high school before that damn shit happened because I am not good at the shit that they talking about. She was saying how, what her ethnicity is. And Milan say, one minute she say she Afro-Latina, the next minute she say she's Jamaican American, she's African American. I think she has multiple personalities. I get the sense that Milan really don't like Brooke, or she feels like Brooke is a fucking mess. They started talking about Nina's relationship with Caroline and how, eh, it's a fake relationship. They feel like they are not friends like that. They said that Milan said Nina told her a lot of stuff about Caroline that was not so cute, and there's some things that she won't respond to or she won't even bring up. But the things that she did say was that she said that she was ghetto, she was this, she was that. So it was just like, she said a whole bunch of shit about that lady, and she cannot believe that she is cool with that lady at this point. So I'm like, ooh, girl, I see you. Okay, so it goes like this. So Brooks talk about her relationship with Ayana, and Malone was like, "Have y'all talked?" She said, "Well, you know how me and Ayana is. One minute we cool, the next minute we not. We just have a whirlwind relationship, and I know you're tired of it." And then Malone was like, "Yes, I am," and I'm like, "Girl, I'm with you. I know shit like that." So Caroline, Sarah, and Brooks, they were sitting outside talking, and Caroline was talking about how hard it is to buy a house in Dubai. It's not as easy as it is in America. Then they started talking about Ion's behavior and how Carolyn don't want to have nothing to do with her, and how Brooks was shocking the Paul about her behavior at the dinner and all of this other stuff. And I'm just like, Brooks is a messy ass bitch, child. She really is. So Ion and Nina, they meet up, and Nina was talking about Thanksgiving and how she loves Thanksgiving and how she wants to celebrate it more. That's the best. That's one of her favorite holidays because the whole family gets together. And then they discuss the dinner and how I felt about all the stuff that happened at the dinner. And then she starts talking about her trauma, and she said that was a trigger for her because she felt excluded, and she never wants to feel excluded because that's how her father made her feel. Her father made her feel excluded, so that's why she went off the way that she did. Understandable, understood. I get it. So Nina says, "Well, I understand how you feel about Caroline because I didn't even like Caroline when I first met her." And Young was like, "I know you didn't. You told me." And I'm like, "Is that shade?" Because we just got a scene from Brooks and Milan talking about how this whole relationship between Caroline and Milan is all fake. Not Caroline and Milan. Caroline and Nina is fake. So when Ayan said, "Yeah, I know you didn't. You told me." I'm like, "Is that shade?" Is everybody picking up on how fake the relationship is? Child, a mess. So then we get into Milan. She's grocery shopping, and Nina calls her and she vents to Milan about Ion and how Ion felt like she didn't have her back and all of this other stuff. And it's like Malone was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah," and all the while her little boy eating Oreos out of the thing as they're shopping. And then Malone got off the phone with her and realized that her son been eating cookies. And then when she got to the register, she spent like $1,300 on groceries. I'm like, "Is Dubai just expensive?" Because I know she didn't spend it. I know she didn't buy that much grocery. Like, girl, what? So it's Nina's Thanksgiving, she's celebrating Thanksgiving. Great scene. I don't give a damn. Let's move on. So Ion and Milan, okay? Ion comes over to Milan's house with her husband, and then I think Charlena is Milan's friend that was also over there. Ion gives Milan with the goat. Then she explains the meaning of the goat, and she says that you've been there for me a lot. And in Kenya, we give people a gift that means something to us and what's important to us, and the goat is important. So she gave it to Milan, and Milan says she's going to keep the goat or whatnot. So Ion talks about her husband, another person, with a white husband. how she met him and things of that nature, and just how she feels about him. And then while they out there talking, the goat jumps in the pool. So then Ayan and Milan starts talking about Nina and how she felt about Nina not having her back and how she didn't want to be a part of the situation. And Milan was like, well, at the end of the day, Nina is more closer to you than she is to Caroline. And she was like, exactly, but it just didn't feel that way. So Milan was like, do you want to have a sit down with Caroline and have a conversation and just see where y'all can go from here? And Ion is not interested in having no sit down with Caroline because she feels like, what's the point of having a sit down with her? And to be quite honest, I feel like this a lot of the times that people just don't rock with each other. People just don't rock with each other. And at this point, they just don't rock with each other. So what's the point of them having a sit down about anything? That's how I be feeling when people be trying to get me to talk to people and I know that they're dead to me. I'm done with them. I don't want to talk to them. It's like, girl, I don't want to talk to them. It's the reason why I don't want to talk to them. We don't have to have no powwow. We don't have to have no sit down. We ain't got to have no ponderosa. We ain't got to have lunch, dinner, breakfast, brunch, none of that. We can just move on in our separate spaces. If we're in the same room together, we good. Like we can coexist. We ain't got to be cool. At this point, you got to realize people just ain't cool with each other. Some people just don't mesh. Some people just don't rock with each other. And that's sometimes, even when you got a bunch of friends, sometimes all your friends is just not gonna get along. And I've learned that myself. I used to mix in all my friends. Like the only time I mix in all my friends now is if it's a birthday gathering of mine. If I'm having something for my birthday, I try to mix them all. And I don't really like doing that because sometimes that is a mess because some of my friends don't really mesh well. Sometimes I have separate things with separate groups of friends because some groups don't mesh well with the other. Everybody ain't meant to be friends, and I don't want all my friends to be friends. They don't have to be. If they don't rock with one another, they don't rock with one another. That ain't got nothing to do with me. All I care about is how you treat me. That's it. You ain't gotta rock with my friends. My other friends just rock with me and we good. That's just how I feel because when you try to make all your friends get along, it just don't never work, child. And you just got to move it forward, baby. So Sarah and Ayan, they meet up, and Sarah said, I really want to talk to you. I want to get to know you better because we really don't know each other like that. Like we're really much so, acquaintances. We really don't know each other like that. So let's just talk and just try to get to know each other. And Sarah starts talking about her childhood and how. It was a great childhood, how things went for her. She was pretty privileged in the sense, like she was instilled with a whole lot of great things, and it was amazing. Ion said that at first it started off really, really good in her childhood. Things were great at first, but then her father decided that he didn't want to be a dad anymore, and he started treating her differently, and he started making it seem like she was a problem, like he tied her up, he beat her, like he did a whole lot of different things to her, and that's why that's her trauma. And Sarah was like, well, have you ever thought about forgiving your father? Like, have you ever forgiven your father for the things that he's done to you? And she said no. And she said, it's hard to forgive that. It's hard to forgive people that's done things like that to you. And I don't know if I ever forgive him for that. And in all honesty, I feel a pain because I'm a person that can forgive, but I never forget. And there's some people that I have forgiven, but then in the same breath, there's some people that I never ever forgive because some people go too far with some things. You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Sometimes people go way too far with stuff and they don't realize that they're going way too far with stuff. And they need to realize that they're going way too far with stuff, if you ask me. You know what I'm saying? So some people don't realize they're going too far, and some people really don't care that they're going too far. But you're going too far, and you need to realize that you're going too fucking far and realize that you're disrespecting people. Some people don't feel like they're disrespecting you. Like if they don't feel like they're disrespecting you, then they don't feel like they need to apologize. But you really do need to apologize when you are disrespecting people. So when it comes down to parents, people want you to forgive your parents. People always have, people become very self-righteous when you're talking about parents, and because they didn't go through the shit you went through, they feel like they can tell you what the fuck you need to do. I would love to see how perfect you are as a parent. I would love to see this. I would love to see that. But you don't know what that person went through. You don't know the type of trauma that this person went through. So you can't tell nobody what they need to do as a child. As a child, all you got to do is be a child. Did nobody asked to be here. So just because that's your parent, that don't mean that you're supposed to let them get away with the bullshit that they be doing. If some people feel like it's disrespectful to hold parents accountable for the things that they've done, it's never disrespectful to hold anybody accountable. I've held my mother accountable for some of her actions, and everybody knows how much I love my mom. But when my mother is wrong, I say that she's wrong. Me and my dad have not always had the best relationship, but I've always held him accountable for the things that he did, and that is why we have a relationship, because my dad is open enough to have an honest dialogue with me about anything that I felt about him. In regards to grandparents, people in my family feel like you're not supposed to hold them accountable. You're not supposed to say what your gripe is. You're supposed to sweep it under the rug and leave it alone. No, that's not the way life goes. If I have a gripe, if someone's making me feel away, then I don't want to deal with them like that. If they're going to keep making me feel some type of way, if they're going to keep on disrespecting me in a sense. And some people don't realize that disrespect isn't always loud. Disrespect isn't always like shown. Some disrespect is subliminal. Some disrespect is subtle. All disrespect ain't loud. Some disrespect is passive aggressive. That's what it is. And when you realize that, you will understand it. Some people feel like, oh, that's your mama. Oh, that's your dad. Oh, that's your grandmama. That's your granddaddy. You need to let it go. You need to sweep it under the rug. You need to do this. I don't need to do nothing. I don't give a damn who it is. If you making me feel a way about anything, I don't have to be around you. I don't have to talk to you. I don't have to have a relationship with you. I can give you enough rope for you to get by and not fall, but I ain't got to deal with you all the way. Period. I can give you a teaspoon. I don't have to give you a tablespoon of anything. Because it's my energy that I'm giving out. I don't need to give, I don't want to give my energy to certain people that don't deserve my good nature. I don't have to give it to them. And that's where I'm at. So I get exactly where Ayana is. I absolutely understood her 100%. And it was sad to see her cry. But sometimes you got to let that shit out, period. But with that being said, y'all, this be your boy Scotty by Nature TV. I'm glad. I hope you guys enjoy my Real Housewives of Dubai review. I really hope so. Let me go ahead and get myself ready. I gotta run to the dollar store real quick to get my brother this birthday card because his birthday tomorrow. So I gotta leave him with that before I leave. I leave in about 50 minutes at this point. Yeah, about 50 minutes. So let me run over here to the store to get this card and stuff and get myself ready so I can go. Any other content I will be doing on my laptop, so be on the lookout for that. I'm gonna try to do as much content as possible because I know I'm gonna have I got a lot to do while I'm gone. I'm gonna be dealing with family, friends, all of that stuff while I'm gone, but I'm still gonna try to get the content out the best way I can. So trust me. I'm back, okay? So with that being said, you guys, your boys out of here. Be sure to like, rate, comment, subscribe, share this video, and also click on the notification bell so you can be notified whenever a video drops. You can follow me on any form of social media. My Twitter, IG, and TikTok will be down below in the description box. With that being said, you guys, your boys out of here. Until my next video, I will talk to you guys later. Peace out.